Hey folks, so I told you if I felt fancy or felt froggy, I'd give you another solution to this problem. And I am feeling a bit creative today, so I came up with a creative approach to this solution, which I think you'll find interesting. I think that it's a great way to solve this problem, and I think that this could be a really interesting approach if you were to pull this out in an interview. So let's get started. So same problem, Pangram problem. What I thought about was literally adding the string into a dictionary of tuples, and then adding then sort of uniquing the keys so that dictionaries only have unique keys, so they can't have more than one key. So I can filter the keys and ask after I filter the keys of letters in the string that are unique letters. I can ask if the count of the keys are equal to 26. If it's equal to 26, then we have a valid pangram because there's only 26 letters in the alphabet. I know that might sound a bit fast-paced in terms of my explanation, but I promise you it will be much clearer when I write it. So here we go. Okay. Here we go. All right, so we just say var tuples equals string map okay, so we create array of tuples, then and this is like an array of tuples. Then we create a dictionary of alphabet of letters, dictionary tuples keys with. Okay. Then we could var equals dictionary of letters dot filter. So we do some functional programming here. Key is greater than or equal to A, and because less than or equal to Z, then return filter dictionary equal to 26. And let's change these to constants because we're not changing the variables, just so our computer has better use of its memory, its reallocation of memory, its allocation of memory. Okay, I return this. Let's see. Okay, that's a problem. I forgot to, my closure, to also specify the element in the AND clause. Okay, so, oh, hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay, that should work now. So let's get a valid pangram here. True. Okay, and let's get invalid pangram is false. Okay, so this appears to work. And this is a sort of a creative way to use dictionaries. Basically, I'm going to explain this after I just do these test cases. This should return true. Yep. And this should return false. Okay, so this is a very creative way to use dictionaries. And oops, Lose battery. This is a very creative way to use dictionaries to solve this issue, solve this problem. Basically, we create an array of tuples, and we have our the letters in our string combined with as well. Letters in our string being the first value of the tuple, and 1 being the second value of the tuple. Then we use the unique keys with function to sort of filter out the characters in our string to only be unique keys in the dictionary. So we're just getting we're only having a dictionary with unique keys, no duplicates, and that sort of ensures it, because normally you get an error here for having more than one. Having a duplicate key, but this unique keys filters it out automatically. Then we do a deeper filter to say, okay, only give us characters between A and Z. Swift has a direct way of comparing letters in Swift, A to Z. So that that rids us of any possibility of characters like spaces, commas, periods, or any other characters that aren't in the alphabet. So only characters between A and Z, only keys in the dictionary only keys that are between A and Z within the dictionary. Those are the only ones we care about. Okay, so upon doing that, we check the filter dictionary count and see if it's equal to 26. And if it's equal to 26, then we have a valid pentagram. So the dictionary has all the letters in the pentagram inside of it, and it checks the count to see if, after it filters out all the spaces, all characters outside of the alphabet, if it has 26 keys. If it has 26 keys, then it's a valid pentagram. So this is a creative approach. I like this approach a lot. I think that you could get some debate about mapping and filtering and within the same function, because that could be sort of computationally expensive. However, you can't argue that this is a very, very fancy and beautiful piece of code here that is simple to understand, concise, and very straightforward and effective. So thanks, guys.